Hey everyone, let's be real.
The 2025 CS job market feels like a dumpster fire, right? And for my F1 students out there, the sponsorship struggle is extra real.
But despite all this chaos, I somehow managed to snag an internship at Amazon.
And today, I'm gonna share how I did it along with some tips so you can too. Alright, let's dive into the golden ticket referrals. Applied without a referral? This is where your resume ends up. But with a referral, it takes an Uber drive straight to the recruiter's Google Calendar. Even after I got the offer letter from Amazon, one of my previous pending Amazon applications was rejected just because it wasn't through a referral.
So, lesson 1, network and make friends with people holding high positions.
Once that referral hits, you'll get invited to an online assessment. Pro tip, milk that deadline for all it's worth. The online assessment will be on HackerRank where you'll have to solve 2 DSA questions in 60 minutes. Now, a quick word of wisdom for everyone job hunting. Not all companies are obsessed with DSA. Different companies, different requirements. So don't get bogged down trying to master everything.
Be
Instead,
strategic. Do not start learning till you get that shortlist email. Instead, apply widely. And the moment you get that shortlist email, only then should you start studying and laser focus exactly on what they ask in the interviews. Alright, so you got that Amazon OA coming up, and here's what you need to go through. First up, the top 150 interview questions playlist, followed by the top 50 Amazon questions playlist.
be sure to go to previous recent questions on Reddit because I got the same question in the interview someone on Reddit got a week prior. So, nail the top 150 first. It's structured and covers pretty much everything.
Now, lead code is all about memorizing patterns and approaches. So, if you haven't solved a question before, figuring it out by yourself is not going to happen, buddy. So, instead, watch a video, learn how to solve it, and then code it up yourself.
For every question, watch his video, understand it, even loop it if you have to. Then, close the video, head over to LeetCode, and proceed to solving it yourself.
All test cases pass? That's great work. Move on to the next neat code video. Just keep in mind, don't waste your precious time banging your head against the wall trying to solve a question by yourself. We need to be super efficient with our time.
After the online assessment comes the main and the final round, the interview. This has three parts: a quick introduction, behavioral questions, and the dreaded DSA.
Here's a little secret weapon I use, which I bet is extremely uncommon. For the intro, ask the interviewer if you can share your screen and give a brief presentation.
Flex your hackathon victories, side projects, and even past experience by throwing in some visuals. Here's what mine looked like. I genuinely believe this makes a killer first impression, shows initiative, and could even be the tiebreaker in case your coding part doesn't go flawless. Behavioral questions. Amazon has 16 leadership principles, and you should have 16 star method stories ready to go. One for each, ideally. They heavily emphasize bias for action and ownership. Both my friend and I got questions focusing on these. And finally, it all comes down to DSA. This is the code editor they're going to use. It's like a shared notepad where both have access to write on it. But since it's not an IDE, they can't execute the code. As soon as it begins, the interviewer is going to paste the question just like that.
No, it's not just about writing the correct code which passes all test cases. You might have written the most optimal code flawlessly, but if you don't communicate with your interviewer or if you can't explain your code to him, you probably still fail. So, here are the points you need to keep in mind during the interview.
Number one, verify the question. Even if you understand the question without a doubt, double check it with the interviewer. The point isn't really about verifying the question itself, but more about showing them that you understood it.
So it looks like I need to find two numbers which add up to the given number. That's correct.
Don't start coding yet. Mention the data structure you'll use and explain the algorithm or approach you have in mind.
I think I'll use a hash map to track all the numbers and their indices. You're on the right track.
Number 3. Explain the code. So, I'm traversing through all the numbers in the array while checking if the current number's complement exists in the hash map. If it doesn't, I append the number in the hash map. But if it does, I return its index along with the current index.
That was a bit complicated. Not sure I followed it. Can you explain it with a sample test case?
Dry run. We begin by initializing a hash map, followed by a for loop to go through all elements. For the first iteration, 9 minus 2 is 7 and it is not in the hash map, so we append 2 to it. Then, in the next iteration, 9 minus 7 is 2, which is in the hash map, so we return the indices 0 and 1.
That's great, but is your code robust? Can it handle edge cases?
Finally, edge cases. Assume that this sentence wasn't here and an empty array could be passed. In that case, we'd simply have to add two lines. If nums equals null, return none.
And can you think of one more edge case given these extra conditions? So that's how you snag an Amazon internship. Keep in mind, full-time applications have a different ballgame with multiple rounds. So if you want a video on that, or maybe how to crash hackathons, or even applying for masters, let me know in the comment section.
Follow these steps, put in the work, and who knows, maybe we'll bump into each other over here someday. And if we do, treats on me. Peace out.